Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Scott Bradley coming to you with an update on my model railroad. I've made some significant changes since the last broadcast that I did. In fact, I'm thinking about making a YouTube channel on the building of my railroad as I go, and I think I'm going to call it Grown Man Playing with Trains. That's what I think I'm going to call my YouTube channel on my railroad. Now, if you remember a couple of days ago, look it up, you'll see that I had laid the styrofoam and other areas to create mountains or terrain. This is where I am now. All of that. Just did that past couple days. Matter of fact, I got a test train running now. But there you see, we've done the terrain. Of course, the ballast, the tracks, the train's about to come around that corner there. There it is. It's going to go around through here. You see it. And that's just a test train. You see all these cans of paint and everything. Again, it's still a lot of mess over here, just mess. But at the same time, I'm slowly but surely, I even put up those telephone poles. I don't know if I had those up the last time. I bought some telephone poles. They seem to fit in pretty good there. I've used a lot of spray paint. And I'm also using shrubs, which is what you see there, a lot of the shrubs which make up the terrain. Also, ground foam was what it called, which again is part of the terrain that's being made up there. And so I'm slowly but surely working on this section. Now, remember I said that I'm doing section at a time, section at a time. Here comes the train again. Section at a time. Once I finish this area here, and I'm almost done with this section, I'm going to go to the next section. Here comes the train. Around. And there it goes. So it's running pretty good on this section. Again, I had to clean the rail tops. I bought a sand block along with the eraser. This is the sand block here. As you can see, that's the sand block I use. It just basically rub the tracks to get the paint off, and then of course go over it again with this eraser here. This is what they call a bright board. It's for the sole purpose of cleaning the rails. So you rub that against the rails like that, and that's why you see them shining again. Again, all the paint was on there. Now the paint, of course, remains on the rails as well as the side. Again, when you look at the side of the rails and that paint, it remains, it gives the impression of rust. And so this is where I am now. That says ticket there. That's going to be a ticket officer there. Here comes the train again. Here we go. Let's get down low on it. There you go. Again, it's just a test train. The engine, hopper car, and the caboose. And it seems to be running pretty good. So that's where we are. Now, the next section I'm going to do, again, we go around here and we come to the next section, which is what I'm going to be doing in here, where you see that the tracks have not been painted. I will be painting those tracks. I'll be doing the same things we did here with the ballast, putting the ballast in. In fact, as I continue to do this, I'm going to try to show you while I'm doing it. Incidentally, these the terrain here was made out of styrofoam, paper mache, and plaster sheets. And basically what I did was I just glued the styrofoam down. In fact, you can see a little bit of it. Now there goes a train again. You can see a little bit of it back here. That's the styrofoam there that you see. It's underneath, of course. In fact, this is out. I take this out. I bought it like this. Well, actually, my wife saved this from some type of shipping that we had. And so we kept it. I've got bags of it down there under the table. And so I just simply take them, use my X-Acto knife, cut them into shape, which is what I did here. Then afterwards, I take the plaster strips, which is what this is here, put it in water and lay it across. Underneath, I put paper towels, wet them, so it would give a roughness to the terrain. It just won't lay flat, but you see the hills and the dips and all those kind of things there in it. After which, I took paper mache, what this is here, paper mache, mixed it in water, and begin to go over it to give, again, a rough terrain type of look. After which, and actually let that dry a couple of days, after which I spray painted. I have my landscape greens in here. I have my earth browns, and I even use some darker browns to give it a very shade there. Not just the earth tone, but also that darker is actually the prime that I use to paint the tracks with. But I figured it was going good here, which it did. And then, of course, buying the shrubs. So that is there. And I glued these on, so there's not a great potential of them blowing away. And you know what I do, ladies and gentlemen? I actually go by railroads and view, as I can cross the tracks, and view what it looks like. What does it look like to look down the tracks? You know, and so I get my ideas. There you are looking down the tracks there. This is to the main street. This is going to be Andrew Street. Andrew is the name of my father. Here comes the train around again. You look at coming around the bend there. I think that looks pretty cool, coming around the bend there. And then, of course, right before us. But again, I named this street, which I'm working on, Andrew Street. Andrew's the name of my father. And every railroad I had, I lost my dad in 2006, and this is the second railroad I've done. And I named the street after my dad. I'm sure he'd appreciate that. So that's where we are. That's what I'm working on. And still a lot more to go. Here's the overall view. Lot more to go. Lot more to go. Lot more to go. But again, I'm enjoying it. I'm taking my time. There's no rush. You know, the HO police ain't going to come get me. I'm taking my time. You know, even I'm looking at the walls there. You know, there's potential to even paint landscapes. I used to paint landscapes, not just in high school, and I haven't painted in a long time. One particular railroad I did in our first house, I actually painted landscapes, and I may do that on these walls. After all, it's my house, I do what I want. In fact, this actually makes 1 year. Now, this is 1 year's progress here, if you want to call it progress. But again, I'm taking my time. This is all 1 year's progress. We built the tables, my wife and I. We laid the tracks, and so I wired it. You know, all the wires that are underneath. What you see here, this is underneath the structure, and you might be able to see the wires there. I don't know how well you can see. And there, those are drop lines, and so that keeps the electric flow smooth. And that's why, as you see the train going in again, it's important that the rail tops are clean. After I paint the tracks, lay the ballast, then I go over the rail tops so that they're clean, and then you still see there's a smooth running there. And it's not stopping and stalling and all that kind of stuff. That's what you don't want. So this is where I am. I'll be keeping you updated because, again, I'm about to move to the next section. My section over here. Going around now, you see I've got the switch tracks here. What I'm actually going to do, this switch coming off, I plan to build another 4-foot section here, right around here, where you see the edge of the table, and put another rail yard. I've got the potential for 3 rail yards, well, 4 if you want to count those down there, that I want to use as coal, the coal storage tracks, coal hopper storage tracks. So I have a potential. The hump yard, of course, we're going to be dealing with that soon. That's way over on the other side. This will be another rail yard, flat yard here. And I plan to have a 3rd rail yard right in here. That looks cool, man. Doesn't that look cool? Train going by. Well, just think when I'm going to have the full trains going by. Some of these buildings I plan to use. Some of them I don't. The ticket building, I plan to use that. The post office here, I plan to keep that right where it is. In fact, all of this is road. This black area is road. Still got to work with that. Got to work with a lot of stuff. Believe me, I'm showing to you as we go. And this is what I want to do with my new YouTube website. It's called Grown Man Playing with Trains. I think that sounds pretty cool. So look for it on YouTube. Keep up with me on Facebook. I appreciate your thumbs up, your what am I trying to say? Your comments, all of those things, and we'll be keeping you posted. All right, talk to you again. Bye.